somewhere. I don't know. I'm sure he's having an amazingly successful career wherever he is. Rumble Band against Lilac. Not wanting to first pick it is Smeb, apparently. Nofe has that like smug, they put Lilac in look on his face, doesn't he?
I mean, wouldn't you if you were Nofe?
I guess so.
Okay, Rumble Gragas. There's the rise against Smeb. So standard bans for the red side. And KOO, they could just first pick the Alistair here if it's not banned out. Gorilla is still professionally undefeated on that champion.
Yeah, Gragas. Rise, banned away. And for the final ban, KOO Tigers will ban the Varus, which I think is a good one.
I think that is very smart.
Frozen was very good on that Varus last game. If IM would have won, Frozen would have gotten the MVP in my mind.
So, if you're Incredible Miracle, do you actually ban the Alistair here, or you're going to ban the Rek'Sai, interestingly enough?
Okay. Leaves a lot open, and they will grab that Alistair right away.
Yeah, that is definitely not a shocker. A huge priority for the KOO Tigers because of Gorilla's presence on the map and how much he's able to dive wherever he is post 6 on the Alistair, it becomes a large priority. So Maokai for Lilac, basically his only good champion last season. And the Sivir also taken. So I am going to shift gears. They're not going to be going for a poke composition this game. They want a lot more engage. And how are the KOO Tigers going to react? That is a very interesting reaction to that pickup.
Victor. Wow.
We've seen a lot of those Victor bans against KOO, and he is a pretty safe champion to blind pick, especially because Frozen doesn't play a champion like Zed.
Now the question is, what does Frozen bring into this Victor now? Now that they've got, that last pick mid lane if they want to. Well, Tucson has played Vhagar before, but it was not in the jungle. We haven't seen Ashe at all in Korea yet, weirdly enough.
Yeah, but with the nerfs on this patch, and especially once 5.12 lands,
that's true.
I doubt we're going to be seeing Ashe much of anywhere. And Ignar's going back to the support Vhagar. It has come down this season once. We saw it once so far.
That is true.
It didn't work very well.
What if it's a mid Vhagar?
I don't think so. Maybe.
And Rengar locked in as well for Tucson. Okay. Yeah.
Taking a page out of KT's playbook, the only team in Korea so far to play Rengar this season. I don't like the pick. Prey going back to Corki.
Probably pretty smart.
His bread and butter, and they're going to take Nautilus as well. So that is going to be a top lane Nautilus.
Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. Something we haven't seen a whole lot of. Obviously, Trace was kind of originally the big top lane Nautilus here in Korea.
Duke played it this season, though.
Yeah, so we've seen it once in a while.
Yeah, it's definitely still a good pickup. It's just usually you would prefer it at support. But the great thing about Nautilus here, and I think the adaptation to this composition is solid, because if that Rengar comes in and you just target it with depth charge, like right in front of your face when he jumps on you, he can't really do anything. Do they want to take the Victor, or the Zed, into the Victor? Because this is a matchup that Goong has really made work.
But can Frozen make it work? That's the question.
Frozen is he's just not an assassin player.
No. TF, on the other hand, okay. Interesting.
So, they have a great engage. This is an all-in composition. They want to get TF into the back line, have the rest of the team following up on this Twisted Fate with the Sivir. They have really good CC with the Vhagar coming in as well. Basically CC on everyone except for the Sivir. And they want to lock the Victor down and punish the Victor because he can't move very quickly. Especially before he gets some items where he's going to be able to improve his kiting, upgrading that Hex Core for his Q, and maybe a Lich Bane as well, so he can kite some of this out. And that's why Kuro's definitely going to take Cleanse this game. That is a wise choice.
Yeah, Ghost for Frozen, which is pretty normal on that TF.
However, composition, really low damage in the late game. Rengar falls off super hard in terms of damage, but they have very good pick potential with Rengar and Twisted Fate. Use that Rengar ult, stealth in, make sure you can follow up on a gold card. So big pressure on the lanes, but IM needs a big early lead because they've got nowhere near enough damage to take down a late game Nautilus.
I feel like KOO's going to need to be a little bit on the safe side too when they go for any sort of siege as well too. The danger from the Event Horizon on Veigar, the ability to come in from behind with Rengar and TF, could get interesting.
Yeah, there's about equal poke on both sides, of course, also.
Yeah.
But there's still some nice siege with the Corki. It's much different than it was in the last game. The thing is, KOO has the good disengage.
Let's see if KOO can get the 2-0. Time to get in the game and find out. And here we go yet again. KOO Tigers versus Longju IM. And Kuro on the champion that he kind of popularized here in Korea, the original victor.
Not only in Korea, really around the world. He was the first one to bring this out and really show it as a meta pick in the spring season.
And then it was banned for a long time. Then it was disabled for a long time.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
It's also been banned for a long time against Kuro as well. As soon as it was re-enabled, those bans started pouring in for Kuro's victor.
Oh, yeah. Appropriately so.
Tucson rocking the Samsung Rengar skin.
Yep.
Uh-oh, he's going to get seen.
Not going to be able to make that ward last.
Someday you'll be like Dandy Tucson, and by that I mean a top laner.
Yeah, you never know. He's gradually moving up.
Nice harassment early. They just want to clear the saplings right here, so
yeah,
there won't be an easy way for Frozen to clear the camp. Line wave clear from both of these mid laners.
I'm really curious to see how Veigar is going to go as well, too. I mean, he's got the, one of the original Veigar supports to teach him, I suppose.
I just really wasn't impressed when we saw it earlier this season. The cast time on the Event Horizon.
It just hasn't been the same since the nerfs, you know?
Yeah. And, of course, Tucson was the one who brought it in, but Gorilla was the one to really first play it well.
Yeah.
As we are going to have the 2v2 lanes in this particular scenario. And why? The question remains, why would you play Rengar, this early game high-pressure jungler, with Tucson, who has yet to really gank as a jungler?
It's a good point. He really hasn't put any pressure at all in any way, shape, or form so far.
He was definitely team fighting better on that Gragas in the last game. He did his job, but he just doesn't gank. And now we're going to see the blue buff steal right here. Tucson, he started at the Krugs, and now he went to the red buff. Meanwhile, just the pathing from Hojin, red straight over to blue.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to try to give an early blue to Kuro perhaps then, or just go and take it himself. No, he's coming down to bot lane. We'll see if Sanstar and Ignar push up. That Veigar is very vulnerable before he gets the Event Horizon. They're going to go in. They do lock down Gorilla. Hojin doing a little bit of damage. Good response by Ignar to drop that Event Horizon to stop Gorilla from causing too much trouble.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with what Gorilla did right there. He tried for the combo. I think he could have just... Oh, I see. Oh, no, he actually had the combo right at level 2. He didn't start with his E, so he could have just flash, pull, headbutted right there. The Veigar is really squishy. I think if you're gone for that target, maybe you get it. Tucson going to try for the level 3 gank.
That's right, and Tucson coming in from behind onto Kuro. Kuro just flashing over him, gets hit with a bola, though. Pops that cleanse, and he'll be able to just barely get out. Had to burn both summoners.
Frozen actually using his ghost right there, too. Really not likely to secure that kill after the cleanse had already been used on the bola, and he kept on running. Still, 2 summoners burned, and this is smart from Tucson. He's going for that jungle duel. He knows Hojin is going to be around there and not at full HP.
Can't see him quite yet. Now he sees him. Hojin going in onto Tucson, but Tucson doing a lot of that early damage here. Oh, man, Smeb comes down as well, and Smeb ends up getting first blood. Nice bait from Hojin. Brought Tucson right into the trap.
That was such good communication right there. So They suspected that he might be.
Hojin
on your screen, he's like, aha. So after they forced Kuro out of the jungle, he knew that Tucson might be looking for an invade, especially considering that his blue buff was taken early. And he knew that Tucson knew that because at the level 2 gank he had blue buff, and it was only possible for him to get a blue buff if he stole the enemies.
Right.
So Tucson knew that he could go in there and maybe take that blue buff away, so that's why Smeb went back into the jungle, and there was an epic bait was born, and that's first blood for you.
Oh, yeah. And in the end, the blue buff still goes over to Hojin. Picks it up. Tucson coming up to top lane. We'll see if maybe they can make a play here, but Hojin already on his way up.
Here?
Yeah. It's Hojin.
Oh, no, he went back. He went chasing scuttle crabs.
Oh, no, and Smeb is, like, completely dead. Smeb, oh, maybe not, maybe not. Dredgeline flashed out of by Lilac. Wow, Smeb just barely tanking. I didn't think he was going to be able to survive that.
Wow, they were really scared of Hojin actually coming through that tri-brush because they didn't have any idea where he was.
Yeah.
No pink wards in the river to give the relevant information. And so they actually just kind of handsy out of that when Smeb had no flash.
Wimps.
There's not a lot of damage up there yet.
Cowards.
Tucson went for pink and green ward instead of any long swords. May not have enough money for them yet.
Well, Ignar just chilling out here in the bottom lane. Frozen with a roam down to bot coming in from behind. There's the Event Horizon, Trap, Gorilla, and Prey. Are they going to get out? Teleport coming down for the KOO Tigers. Nice pulverized. Frozen taking a lot of damage. Gets the gold card, the damage off on a Prey, but Prey's going to flash ahead and barely pick up that kill. There we go. Gets it. Meanwhile, more action in the bot lane. Smeb putting a lot of pressure onto Ignar and Sonstar, basically just kind of keeping them out of the fight while Frozen was taken down by Prey and Gorilla.
Smeb has been everywhere this game. Great use of teleport.
Uh-oh.
And here comes the dive. Goodbye.
Yep, that's right. Hojin comes in, throws 8 spikes. Gorilla with the headbutt. Doesn't get the pulverize. Ignar walking away. Sonstar's in a little bit of trouble. Smeb gets another kill. Ooh, Prey taking a lot of damage. Turns, shreds with that Gatling gun. And Sonstar flashes. Can he get a kill? Not quite. Prey, though, taken out under the turret. Sonstar actually did get the kill onto Hojin. This game's gotten a bit silly at this point, hasn't it?
Frozen still doesn't have his ultimate, so they're absolutely free to make plays on the map like that. Kuro really should have gotten down to the bottom side earlier than he did, had his level 6 already, and he knew that Frozen was down and not going to be able to push that up. So not the best communication there from the KOO Tigers. They definitely could have committed harder to that. Lilac had previously used his teleport to get into the top side, so he was not available when it came to responding to the TP, but I am really hard all in.
Had been pulverized onto Tucson. They're going to pop the Gate of Destiny, though. Will Frozen find an opportunity to come in? I think it's just one of those scary gates, you know? Just trying to frighten them with the gate.
I don't know. I've never been scared of a gate before. That's definitely not a phobia I have.
Really?
The fear of doors.
What? It depends on the door, right? Have you ever heard of like the Winchester Mystery House? Some
have.
of those doors like open up to like a 3-story drop or something like that. Some scary gates there, some scary portals, if you will.
Gorilla's still at level 6.
Yes, he is. Waiting for it. Hojin all over Tucson now. Kuro with a lot of damage on the Death Laser and the Chaos Orb. That'll do it. Frozen now in trouble as well. Locked down. Hojin picks up a kill. And the KOO Tigers continue to just kind of run amok across the map.
Yes, they do. And they keep on getting odd man advantages as well because they're just committing faster to objectives than IM is. Or IM is trying all-ins when they know that Smeb has his TP up like we saw in the last time on the bottom side. So we see that 6-2 advantage right now as Kuro patiently clears out some pink wards. And look at the CS difference in the mid lane because Frozen, he's taken some risks. He wanted to go for the roam in the bottom side. He instead got caught out as Prey simply flashed over the edge of the Event Horizon and then pursued him with the help of Gorilla. And Gorilla once again showing why he is professionally undefeated on Alistar. Very good combos for the most part and set up for his team.
Oh, yeah. So now we get a little bit of a lull in the action as the lanes return to normalcy for the moment anyway.
Yeah, he's 7-0 on Alistar, so this will be his 8th victory. Should he take the victory home? Which
I think he might.
I think he might. 3K gold lead by less than 10 minutes.
I think it's a possibility.
Against a composition whose job is to snowball the early game. Yeah,
They're not doing a very good job of it.
Not sure that really this deficit is that easy to overcome with the Rengar and Twisted Fate. If you have to face this in the late game. There we go.
Ultimate on to Lilac. Where's everybody else? Oh, Tucson jumps onto Hojin, but here comes Gorilla as well. Locking down Lilac a little bit longer. He's still got that ult. Hojin comes in, wants to see if he can grab that kill. Smeb takes it though. And Ignar just showing up and then immediately running away.
And that's what I mean about Gorilla. There's a reason why. And we take a look at his flash timer. 2, 1, 0. Well, you got flash again, Lilac. Nice timing. So there's a reason why Gorilla is so high up in this league in terms of he's #1 in overall assists. He is #3 in kill participation at nearly 80%, just behind Ignar. And that's because he makes all of these plays on the map. He just shows up. And Prey is so reliable and safe when he's all on his own, able to keep up and farm, but it just frees up Gorilla to make plays absolutely everywhere. And LZIM is just shut down one more time. And Smeb on this big tank in the top lane is already 3-0-1. Who is going to kill him late?
Well, nobody's going to kill him at any time. He's already got his righteous glory at 11 minutes, man.
Basically the only person who can kill him is Sunstar. And Sivir, short attack range. Yeah, okay, get next to a Nautilus. That sounds like a great plan.
Huh.
I mean, even if you spell shield the hook or the depth charge, the other one is going to hit you, and then you just get CC'd forever.
Pretty much. Meanwhile, KOO able to pressure down this mid lane. A lot of damage done to that.
Oh, man. Frozen just has no damage, too. He's got Lucidity Boots, Home Guard.
And the idol.
So much gold. Yeah, he just can't trade at all with KOO, who has double upgrades to his Hextech core already.
And meanwhile, Prey's got to be nearing the end of his Trinity Force. Probably pretty close. Pretty huge CS lead for KOO as well, too. And they're just going to take this turret.
Well, that's why a lot of teams ban KOO's Victor. He is quite strong in this champion, and he's had all the help in the world this game. Take a look at a pink ward. I don't think Tucson can actually reasonably, just going to check through there with the laser.
I think the KOO Tigers want to take Dragon. It seems like they're starting to sort of aim their sights towards that objective with the mid lane turret down. It's much easier to take, I suppose.
One bad thing about Nautilus.
Hello. Oh boy, Ignar and Tucson trying to make a play here. Gorilla gets slowed up by the edge here. Prey has to Valkyrie away. Will the gate come in? Dodges that Bola, turns around. Nice headbutt from Gorilla. A lot of damage onto Tucson already. Sunstar not finding much of an opportunity here. TP's canceled by Smeb.
Not by Lilac, though. Lilac actually completes the teleport right there. So they have a 5v4 at the Dragon. Smeb may have to give this one up. Nope, they're going to kill Frozen. Oh,
they got the flash anyway, yeah. So KOO Tigers trying to fight this 4v5. Meanwhile, Smeb just taking the top lane turret. Wow, KOO's so far ahead. Look at this. They can just be 4v5, and it's perfectly fine. Smeb just takes the turret.
Well,
they don't get Dragon. They don't need it.
IM can't even fight that because they have no damage. This KOO is doing so much more damage than Frozen is at this point. And also, Tucson went for Mobies and then a Sightstone. Rengar isn't even doing any damage. There's just no way they could fight, even with that 4v5, or 5v4 rather.
And that means they're going to lose their blue buff. They're going to lose pretty much anything that KOO wants to take in their jungle for now. There goes the top lane turret. The KOO Tigers probably take the Dragon whenever they want to. Yep, there goes bot lane turret.
Oh man, this is such a disaster.
Yeah, a very complete dismantling of LZIM right now.
I feel bad for IM because that game one, their shot calling was actually quite good, but this time around, it looks like they don't even know really how to play this composition, pulling out the Twisted Fate and the Rengar, it's high risk. You must get those kills early, or we're still early, but they've just been absolutely rocked during the phase of the game where they should have been the ones doing the rocking.
Do you think it looks like perhaps a case of too many players on the team saying, I'm the one who's going to make plays?
No, because they've been reacting this entire game. They haven't been able to make plays because KOO has been all over them, especially Gorilla.
I'm saying the desire to make individual plays is reducing the ability of the team to make solid plans overall. That's my theory on it.
I mean,
it doesn't really matter either way, does it, though?
I don't know, because no one is attempting to make a play on IM because they've never even had a chance. Gorilla is just styling on them right now.
Well, Frozen zoning with the gold card. Oh, hello, Tucson. Nope, too late. Your mid laner's dead. Frey comes in. Oh, they catch him with the gravity field as well. Tucson spends some time under the Chaos Storm and does not get a suntan. He just gets dead.
Well, this is going to go on record as one of the saddest Rengar performances. You know what? It just makes me sad now that I can't watch Dandy playing Rengar anymore.
I know,
right?
That's
my takeaway from this game, actually.
I think Hojin is just relieved that somebody's playing Rengar worse than he does.
That's true.
Lilac gets ulted. He's going to twist advance in onto Hojin. Goes back in again. Gated Destiny comes in. Frozen lands the gold card to secure his own escape from his own Gate of Destiny. Yeah, tier 2 going to go down. KOO doing so much damage. Took off half of Sanstar's health with a single E, it looked like. Wow.
Tough times.
Yep.
Tough times to be on LZIM.
Life is hard. It's kind of always been a tough time to be on IM, though. Unfortunately, Tucson manages to get his red buff, at least.
You know, I was just looking up Hojin's Rengar record. 4-1. That is the most deceptive stat.
That is the most misleading stat line for a player's history on a champion ever.
For those of you guys who missed it, he tried many times at the beginning of spring to play Rengar, and even though his team won, he did absolutely nothing.
That was one of those things where you don't win because of your teammate, you win despite your teammate, and that was definitely wins despite Hojin's Rengar play. And we're not exaggerating either. It was comically bad. I think that's the way I'd like to describe it.
It's okay. He did well on a lot of other champions like Pantheon and led the KOO Tigers to that big win streak that they had to start off the spring season.
Yeah. Very strong performance overall from other champions, just not Ragnar.
Well, Doe, it's that time where we're 9,000 gold up at 17 minutes in this game.
I like how you said that we're 9,000 gold up. I'd like to think that it's us being 9,000 gold up as well, too. If I had to describe myself as one of the teams in this match, I would prefer to go with the KOO Tigers, so I agree.
Well, in our collective fantasy of being pro gamers right now, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah. We've made it to every finals since we started, since we came here, you know?
We are truly the best League of Legends players.
That's right.
Ever to exist. Faker, get on our level.
He's working. He's working on it, you know? I believe in him. I think he's got a bright future, that Faker.
Maybe someday we will call him a playmaker.
Maybe. Maybe he will do things that we will talk about him doing in the past tense. Or present tense, I guess.
So Luton's Echo here from KOO as a second item. That is going to be nice for some pokes so he can continue to take objectives.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the plan. Oh, the flash bowl onto KOO. Can they catch him? Nice Event Horizon from Ignar. KOO goes down. It was a team effort, and in the end, KOO was killed.
Can they actually stop this from happening, though? They still have Gate.
I don't know. Lilac coming in right onto Hojin there, Prey. Doing a little bit of damage. Sansar gets the kill onto Hojin, and they have to back off. Gated Destiny, gold card onto Prey. KOO Tigers being a little bit silly here. They may pay for it. Frozen will get taken out by Prey, though continues to back away. Lilac all over him, though. Knock up, Arcane Smash. Lilac trying to kill him. Gorilla can't quite keep him alive. Smeb on the run now, and they may be able to get an ace out of this. There goes Gorilla. Smeb grappling away.
So remember how
KOO's
I said
still up too.
In the introduction to these teams that the KOO Tigers' biggest flaw is that they do too well in the early game and then they overextend and die?
Yeah.
Well, there's a great example of it.
Like
they get a pick. They use so many ults, but then KOO Tigers, instead of just patiently playing and backing off, Kuro's back.
It's like a whole team of OQ.
So you walk. In this instance, Kuro gets picked off, and that's fine. You know, IM used a ton of ultimates to kill him. So instead of patiently sieging the tier 2, they use 3 melee champions to walk up so that everyone gets hit by Event Horizon right next to the tower, and then they all die. It's just like their brains just turn off sometimes in these games.
We need like one of those OU photoshops, only it's like the entire KOO team. KOO, yeah, there you go. And it's just like Nofe in the top looking kind of bemused but disappointed. KOO.
I'm glad we've gone from OQ to OQ this season.
Well, OQ is not providing us with any OQ moments, so now it's OQ moments. OQ.
And they never lose any of these games, but
no.
it is pretty disappointing to see.
That's why it's bemused disappointment, you know? It's like kind of like adorable. It's like, well, that was really bad, but you're still winning games. It's okay. But this game has been extended for like another 10 minutes because of that very, very OQ thing to do.
In the end, they can't even take a tower though, so losing 4 people doesn't really have that big of an impact.
Pretty much. The soccer Alistar skin kind of looks like Samsung Alistar as well, apparently, too.
Everything's blue and white.
Pretty much. I look at that Rengar skin, though, and I'm like, is Rengar sponsored by Under Armour or something? Like, what's the deal with this skin? Oh, here we go. Event Horizon trying to protect Lilac. Gets pulled in anyway by Smeb. A little bit of damage onto him.
Wow, they really went for that one.
They did.
Ignor's Event Horizons have actually been better than I thought they would be. Credit to him in this game because he's landing a lot of them, even though there's that cast time now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as it was when they originally nerfed it. It's usable. Yeah. It's just still not as it'll never be as good as instant, obviously. But I think this is as good as we're gonna get it. So
well, it was pretty broken when it was an instant cast.
Yeah, it needs to be this way. And I think if you're good enough on the champion, you can certainly make a case for it. Whoa, here we go. Tucson, super powered, super fast. Smeb taking some damage. Prey loading in the rockets. That was a lot burnt for no result at all.
Well, they prevented his recall, Doa. What are you talking about?
Oh, my bad. That recall was vital.
I wonder if they're just going to go for the Baron now.
Yeah, Tucson's going to take his anger out on the Scuttle Crab. Oh. Do you?
Righteous Glory.
Nope. Oh, ult onto Lilac. All right, well, that didn't work. Oh, here we go. Headbutt Pulverize onto Lilac. Prey coming up as well. That's a lot of damage. Well, I guess that worked after all.
You sound like Mario. That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage. It's me. Kuro.
It's that time of night, isn't it?
It is. When the Mario impressions began. You know, we've gotten to the point where one team is vastly ahead of the other one. There goes Baron. You know, Luigi always creeped me out in Smash Brothers, though.
Why is that?
Because he always goes like, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like, he makes kind of...
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
He didn't do that in Melee.
I don't know. I have no explanation. You just got to play Smash. I haven't tried any of the new characters yet, though. I've been rather busy, but I want to play Ryu.
He looks really hard.
Looks really cool, man.
He does.
Street Fighter is like the only fighting game I've like more or less kept up with after playing all of them when I was a kid. It's like all I did.
Okay, Hojin, he's not going to actually do anything. Waiting for his allies to get there after dropping that pink ward. They want the dragon. It's only number 2 in this game, surprisingly. Yeah. We actually had a Baron before the second dragon.
This game is so weird.
It's been about KOO just sieging turrets. They did get 6 towers. They have every outer tower before they get their second dragon and inner tower.
Priorities, man. Those towers are a lot more valuable, right?
They are.
Yeah.
I mean, this is actually a very ideal way to play out the game because that immediate gold boost is worth far more than the gold value of those stats that you get from the Dragon in the early game.
True.
If you can play the game like this, you absolutely should. You only pick up the Dragons later on.
Yep. Oh, Event Horizon dodged. Cannon minion very low. Oh, gets taken out. But KOO Tiger's doing a little bit of damage to the turret. Will there be the big engage? Will there be the flank?
Nope. It's time for Smeb and the indomitable Nautilus on the top side.
The unsinkable Nautilus?
No, we know he's factually
He's
sinkable.
pretty much designed to be sunk, I guess. That's the point of the suit, isn't it? All right. Maybe I was meaning the morale. The morale is unsinkable. The turret is, however, very sinkable. Ignar gets grabbed, gets very low. Lilac comes in, immediately gets blown up. Event Horizon kind of bottling up KOO for the moment, but no follow-up as far as the damage goes. A lot of zoning from KOO, a lot of damage while they take out the inhibitor. And KOO Tigers commit and take an easy objective yet again.
Smeb gets there with the teleport. They just pile through. That's about all there is to it. Smeb already has the Frozen Heart on top of his Righteous Glory and the Cowl. Not really anyone on IM that's going to be able to hurt him right now, especially since Frozen has gone for a Lich Bane as his second item.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Ignar. Oh, got knocked up before. There we go. Nice dredge line from Smeb, and the damage comes in. Smeb gets the kill.
Damage.
Ignar in trouble.
Ooh, Tucson on the run right now. Oh.
Yep. Oh, they get stun him. There. Yep. Goodbye. Oh, Lilac being a hero in the mid lane. Time to push it. Push it real good. Oh,
Once that second turret of the game, and then he's going to teleport.
Ooh, oh, nice escape.
Well,
guys, even the Korean casters are laughing at them right now. What do you want us to do? There's nothing. There's no like false hype.
I'm just like I said, I'm just bummed out because I thought IM really did play well in game one. And
they did play
this
well.
composition is just such a train wreck that I'm not sure they could have done anything with it. Sansar,
Sansar.
you died a red buff.
Oh, it's so close.
Wow, you might have not died by leveling right there.
I think so. All part of the plan.
That would have really been the cherry on top of this game.
Would have, haven't it? Yep, they're like, maybe we should have left Roar in, huh? Soundstar's played well today, though.
Yeah, he's played well this game. He's the only one with anything done on his team.
Yeah, only one with a positive stat line. Well, maybe it's not such a good idea to wear a goal on your head when someone's shooting rockets around. It kind of just provides a really big target, doesn't it? Uh-oh. Oh, Hojin completely caught, flashes over the Event Horizon and manages to make it out.
Yeah, just not enough follow-up damage.
They've
Lilac
stirred up the angry beehive for the KOO Tigers. Wow, knock up right into the dredge line. Lilac getting taken down pretty quickly. Knock up onto Tucson as well. Ignar blown up immediately by Kuro. Not even bothering to move that Chaos Storm. Smeb taking a lot of turret damage. Whoops. Stunned under the turret with the gold card, I believe.
Yeah, locked up right there. He doesn't have a lot of HP yet, so he's not going to be able to spend too much time tanking it. And, well, he has some HP. Finishing off that Banshee's Veil. Looks like it's time for another Baron. Still very early in this game.
Why not? They could take their third dragon in 28 minutes, too, if they wanted.
It's all nicely lined up for them.
Yeah.
That was actually a really good Event Horizon by Ignar to prevent his entire team from dying.
Ignar's been good.
If he hadn't had that Event Horizon, it would have been very different at the end of that fight.
Yeah.
Handing over that blue buff. Let's wait for Baron.
Let's.
And clear out some wards. IM really can't move forward.
You know, for a giant Minotaur type thing, Alistar really prances about, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a loper.
He does. It's like, it's loping, but just this side of prancing. Very close. Very close to a prance.
He walks a fine line.
He does. He prances. He lopes a fine line. Yep. Pretty much. Well, the Event Horizon provides a cage for prey to dance in. Saucy.
Saucy Prey.
That's right.
I don't know if I want to see Prey dancing.
You don't want to see the cage dancing? Prey? All right, well, to each his own, I guess. There's another one. Saucy cage for the turret to get killed in. Oh, flash away from Frozen. The ult going a long way from Smeb, and KOO Tigers busting their way into the base, taking out the top laner first. They can turn onto this inhibitor now and take it out very easily. TuSin just throwing bolas in because, hey, why not?
That's what you do as Rengar. That's all you can do anymore because you can't do damage, especially as Cinderhulk Rengar.
Wow, you're right.
I have nothing else to say.
That's okay. I didn't even notice he'd gone Cinderhulk that game. Huh. He's going to jump in and do all that AoE. Well, he is one farm ahead of Hojin, you know. So I guess it's worked out in that regard. Gated Destiny coming in. Gorilla zoning. They're trying to get this Baron. A little bit of a dangerous Baron for the KOO Tigers. Event Horizon goes down. Are they going to have to back off? Teleport coming in from Lilac. They do. Gorilla getting very low. Oh, KOO, this could be one of those moments. Baron getting very low. IM could actually turn and maybe finish this off. Kuro trying to protect the Baron, but it's going to regen some health now. And the KOO Tigers backing off. That was maybe not the best plan to do Baron there.
Well, they thought that the minion wave pressure on the top side would be enough, but the inhibitor's back up now. They may trade bottom and inhibitor for this. It's going to be close. No, not quite.
Okay.
Super Minion actually got behind the inhibitor before it respawned, which meant that the Super Minion was not actually attacking the inhibitor. That was a very fortunate spawn timing, looks like, for the inhibitor. If you're LCIM, however, you still have to contest with some Super Minions at the top side, and now you're not going to have some of these ultimates if they decide to go after this again. And most crucially, you're not going to have the teleport. You may have gate.
I'm glad we're just watching Alistar run around now, because
I enjoy watching the majesty of Gorilla. Oop, they got a ward in the wall.
You got it. Own.
I should just try for the Baron again, honestly. There's a really big minion wave stacking up in top side, and
yeah, why not?
They can clear out those wards after they take the red buff. Without the teleport, Maokai's going to have a much harder time getting that positioning in the pit.
Prey picks up the red. And they will just start to bait this Baron again, it looks like. Oh yeah, here come the super minions. So somebody's going to need to deal with this at some point. They're going to send back Frozen to do it. He can use his ult to get to the fight if they need him to.
He just doesn't have the Zonias yet, and he really needs that item to be safe on the engage.
He honestly doesn't have a ton of damage either. Gorilla's getting a little bit low. Event Horizon locks him up a little bit. Prey over the wall. TuSin in behind, but he's just going to run away now. It looks like they get Kuro, I guess. Prey backing away. He could be in trouble. Kills coming in. Smeb trying to do some work, but Lilac and TuSin have done more. It's 3 for 3 right now. Gorilla a bit low. Lilac trying to escape the fight right now. Smeb still full health, and now it's a 2v1. TuSin gets it, and I think the KOO Tigers might get ace. This could take a couple years, guys.
They can't kill each other.
You sure? I think we're going to fight this to the bitter end. Here we go. The cage match inside the ultimate from Lilac. 3 tanks go in, 3 tanks emerge.
Oh, the bowl of this. Lilac.
Now the slowest chase in history.
Smith. No.
He's got the double buffs. Oh, still bullied. They're going to chase him down. Smeb turns.
Yes, he got to the Super Minion lines. Go, Super Minions. He
did. Smeb's got this. Ignar coming in. He's trying to turn it around. They get him.
Oh, the Super Minions won. They got scared because there were Super Minions actually doing damage. Hilarious.
That was the most exciting fight I've ever seen in League of Legends. Faker versus Ryu, Zed duel, what? Never seen anything like that. KOO Tigers, meanwhile, I feel like we fast-forwarded in this game. They're just going to take the Baron.
So let me explain why that happened. First off, Cinderhulk Rengar. Second off, Smeb couldn't kill Lilac because by spamming spells, he was just proccing Lilac's passive and healing him over and over.
Yeah.
And they couldn't kill Smeb because he has the Titan's Wrath shield, and he kept getting it back up. And so that's why Smeb very intelligently actually went to the super minions so that he could win that fight.
That's hilarious. Oh, Ignar. Oh, Ignar. Oh, Ignar. Oh, Ignar. Hero gets the kill. And now the inhibitors will be taken out yet again. There's never such a thing as too tanky. All right, well, one of the Nexus turrets has already gone down to super minions during that ridiculous fight. Inhibitor in top is up again. They're just going to ignore it. Yep, time to go for the Nexus. I am going for one last fight. Sansar gets caught, a kill for KOO. Lilac in the back lines, but he's going to regret it. Tucson throwing bolas like his life depends on it, and it does. And the game is over. Whoa, Smeb going deep. Taken out, whoops. Oh, three-man event Horizon. Sansar's like, I have you where I want you now. There goes the Nexus turret, and KOO Tigers will win a rather silly game. Oh, they really want Ignar. Hold on, hold on. Oh, nearly got it. GG, and KOO Tigers get the 2-0. Oh, KOO.
Oh, KOO.
Oh, KOO.
I'm not sure what my favorite moment is so far this year. Whether it was that one time that that Duke watched everyone stack in that brush and then Rumble ulted them, or whether it was that ridiculous tank fight. But credit to Smeb, that actually was a really smart way to end that fight. Just beat your way up to the super minion. IM8 isn't even mad. They're just just smiling.
He didn't want to be here all night, man.
It's like, that was hilarious.
That game happened. What can you do? Well, it's rough, I guess, but it is what it is. It's a win for the KOO Tigers, a 2-0 for them. You know, we expected it to be a 2-0.